What's going on, everyone? We're several weeks into the new year, so I thought I would share with you a relatively quick update on my natural bodybuilding competition prep. Mainly, I'll share about the logistics, like where I'm sitting in my prep timeline, what my calories are looking like, what my hunger and energy levels have been like, and some other insights as to what some of the specific challenges I've been facing on the prep thus far have been. If you're someone who's a natural bodybuilder yourself, or you're someone that's interested in the sport, my hope is that you find the video maybe relatable, helpful, or interesting. Before we dive in, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. Okay, let's get into it. I started the first part of my prep in mid-June of last year at 210 pounds. At the time this video is being recorded, it's mid-January, which leaves me at right around 7 months into the prep, sitting at a low body weight of 183.4 pounds. My estimated stage weight is around 170 pounds, so I still have a ways to go. I'll be competing in 2 to 4 shows for my season, and I've concretely picked the first 2 of those shows thus far. Once I've finished the first show, then I'll decide which shows or show I do thereafter, or if I do more shows thereafter. My decision will be based on several factors, mainly how well my physique is peaking from show to show, at what point I start feeling burnt out, and how much fulfillment I get from doing the shows themselves. During my last season, I felt the highest energy and excitement for the first 2 shows, then started to feel progressively more and more physically and mentally burned out as I made my way to the following 2 shows. My third show, however, I think I peaked the best, but it was a tough mental slog. So based on that experience, I'm thinking 3 shows might be the happy medium for me, but I'll concretely decide once the season's started. As far as my calories go, I'm sitting at 6 low days, Monday through Saturday, at 2,400 calories, with 1 high day, Sunday, at 3,000 calories. For me, 2,400 calories is definitely getting to be on the lower side, but still, it's bearable. I find on Monday until around the mid-afternoon, I'm usually not very hungry at all, since that's the day that falls directly after the extra calories eaten on my Sunday high day. And then from there, I start to get overall hungrier as I get deeper into the week, with Thursday to Saturday, unsurprisingly, being the most challenging days. But that's a-okay, because every Sunday I get the 3,000 calories to help settle my hunger and refill my energy levels before getting into the next week. I want to make a quick note of saying that I'm experiencing voluntary hunger here. I think it's really worth remembering that there are countless people that experience hunger involuntarily, let alone getting to predictably eat 2,400 calories a day full of high-quality, nutrient-rich foods. In past preps, I felt a bit kind of sorry for myself about the self-induced hunger, and in retrospect, I don't think that was quite right. I'm human, and hunger is tough, but I think the fact that it's voluntary in a world where so many people experience it involuntarily, that ought to be kept into clear perspective. So really, getting to challenge myself through experiencing voluntary self-induced hunger is actually an incredible privilege. Similar to my hunger levels, my energy levels are more profoundly impacted by my diet the deeper I get into the week. My first workout on Monday is where I feel noticeably highest in energy. Of course, the day after my Sunday refeed or my Sunday high day. By the time I get to my Friday workout and definitely my Saturday workout, I start to feel deflated. But despite the feeling of the flatness setting in and the lower energy, I'm still not really underperforming. It mainly just feels tougher to keep up my performance at that point of each week, though at some point my strength likely will take a bit more of a hit. Something else worth mentioning is an observation about how my physique looks and feels throughout each week, in the context of having a high day followed by 6 low days. I find that for the first half a day or so after my high day, so on Monday, I look both visually fuller and tighter. After that point, usually until around Thursday, I feel like I look more watery and stringy. This is likely through losing some muscle glycogen in the first few days of being back in the deficit, in combination with some water fluctuations in correspondence with the fat that I have left on my body. Usually between Thursday until my high day on Sunday, I feel very tight. Again, which is likely related to being several days deeper into the deficit. This kind of ever-shifting aesthetic and feel is admittedly one of the challenges I face with being on prep. Feeling more watery and, to be blunt, kind of fatter is a bit of a mind game for the first half of the week. But then I'm reminded of my continuing fat loss progress when I get very tight by the end of the week before starting the cycle again and as I get to Sunday and eat my high day. Speaking of challenges, the biggest ones I face on prep are related to fitting the structure of prep into the sometimes unpredictable life schedule that happens outside of it. For me, I really prefer and enjoy having a well-structured prep routine. Eating the same meals every day, training hard at the same days and times at the gym, having a regular sleep-wake schedule, going out for walks at the same times each day, going to the grocery store at the same days and times. I love that kind of routine. Even with having hunger and energy levels that are negatively impacted over time along the way, I love it. But life isn't a vacuum, and it doesn't slow down just because you're in a prep. It's playing the balancing act between the structure of the prep with the sometimes spontaneous nature of life outside of prep that is probably the biggest challenge for me. But you know how it is. Challenges are good. The discomfort they put us through is what leads to the most growth. And in the case of a natural bodybuilding competition prep, from my experience, that growth is both physical and very much mental. And that's my quick natural bodybuilding prep update for you. If you have any questions, insights, or comments about anything that I've shared about my prep, or if you'd like to share some of your own prepping experiences, please feel free to do so in the comment section below. Before this video comes to a close, I wanted to quickly let you know about the work that I do. When I'm not making YouTube videos and making Instagram content, I work full-time as an online physique coach, where I help my clients to accomplish their muscle growth and fat loss goals by optimizing their approach to strength training and nutrition. And I coach them through the process. I've been doing this work for over 7 years and love helping my clients to not only transform their bodies, but ultimately their lives. If you've been considering getting some help with accomplishing your own physique goals, feel free to hit the link in the description below, where you can learn a little bit more about the work that I do and how I can help you. You can even use that link to schedule a free video consultation with me. If you have any questions about my coaching or how I can help you, just email me at sam@jadeathletics.ca. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.